Hello and welcome back to our channel.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी। आज के वीडियो में हम आपको बताएंगे कि टेरा और मैं कैसे मिले। ये तकरीबन 13-14 साल पुरानी बात है, लेकिन आज हम दोनों अपने वर्जन्स में आपको डिस्क्राइब करेंगे कि हम कैसे मिले।
Today we're going to talk about how we met, which a lot of you have been asking, as well as maybe a little bit about our first date.
Yep. So the way we wanted to structure this conversation was two versions of how we met. So
Or
my version,
yeah, like version or point of view, from his point of view, how it went down,
Sure.
and my point of view.
yeah. So, but yeah, you know, we want to talk about how we met. I think it'll be interesting to sort of go back in our minds, you know,
It was a long time ago.
relive how that's all kind of happened.
So we met in 2008, and it was Memorial Day weekend, which is a holiday here in the United States for those of you watching from overseas. So that typically means we have a long weekend.
Yeah.
So he had off work, and I was working. I worked retail at the time. He was office hours, more or less. And I had gone out with a few friends the night before, so I wasn't really doing any partying that night. And
I remember you saying that, yeah.
yeah, and he was out with somebody, friends from out of town.
So yeah, even I was, you know, hanging out with my friends the previous evening. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of wiping my forehead here, a little hot.
Yeah, we decided to sit outside instead of being in the house because it was nice today.
Yeah, it's
but
nice.
I'm being blinded by the sun with my eyes because they're light, so they burn. And
Yep.
he's sweating because it's kind of warm. But we've had monsoon season, so it's kind of humid out
It's
here.
a
but
little
it's just
humid
too pretty not
for-
to be outside.
For Arizona, for Phoenix, it's a little humid, so that's why I'm sweating a little bit. But anyway, that's keeping this video natural,
Right.
So what I was doing was also hanging out with my friends the previous night, and it was a late night for me as well. And then, as Tara said, we were in a college town called Columbus, Ohio. I was contacted by my friend on a Sunday, and he wanted me to join up for, you know, just beer and drinks or whatever. And this was at a location in downtown Columbus, and it was, so as Tara said, it was a Memorial Day weekend. The idea was to just meet up and just catch up and have a relaxed evening on Sunday. And I was not in the mood really, right?
No, I wasn't either.
But-
We'd all both had rough nights
Yeah.
going out the night before.
And so we, you know, I showed up with my to meet my friends at this bar called the Patio, right?
Yeah.
And
it was like an outdoor. So it was like it had an inside part. Remember? Yeah, it had an inside kind of feel, like where you could go and party. And then
Right.
being that it was May was the perfect time of year to be outside in the Midwest period. So we were outside where they actually had patio tables and a bar set up out there.
it was
and then
awesome.
Grill, so they would grill
they
food.
used to have live music.
Yeah, it was great.
They had these Mr. fans everywhere,
It was fun.
and really nice layout.
Very nice atmosphere,
with,
yeah.
with little tiki bars and all. I mean, tiki tents and stuff.
Very
so-
relaxed and casual. So I think it was a good place. Anybody that came to visit, I would take them there. But again, this was a college town. We weren't in college. We were in our early 30s or so,
Yeah.
early mid 30s. But we still, you know, we're pretty much party animals.
That's right. We were. We certainly were. I probably was a little more than you, but yeah, but that can be debated later.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So wait, we said we were going to do our versions, but you and me kind of mixed it up a little
Yeah,
bit,
it's
which
just
is
kind of how it
fine,
goes with
right?
us anyhow. So it always starts one way and the other, and then ends up the same. But then I think I was there before he had gotten there. I was sitting at a table with a girlfriend of mine and some other friends, I think, off and on. And I saw him walk in, so I noticed him right away because he was tall, dark, and handsome. And because he's like, you know, this kind of like I think he might be kind of scary to some people because he's so tall and broad. So a lot of people get intimidated by him. Kids especially when they meet him. He's kind of like a big grizzly bear.
They call me a gentle giant, by the way.
Yeah,
so
he is
I don't know
definitely
why.
a gentle giant. But he is very intimidating, I think, at first when he comes in looking so serious. And I am pretty much a straightforward kind of person. I'm not shy in any way of the sense of the word. And very social and outgoing. So I noticed him right away, but I pretty much let him know by, I think, staring at him the entire time and following him with my eyes, or turning and
Which
being
I did
obvious.
not notice, the staring and all that stuff. But
Typical, right?
anyway, I mean, I was there with my friends. We met up. I noticed a lot of people at the bar, and you obviously were one of the prettier ones. And the way I kind of did my thing was I walked over to you. And what I remember, I walked over to you and I said hi, and you were with a friend of yours, and just said hi, and then I think I may have walked away and come back and then struck a longer conversation.
Yeah, because
right?
I think you were still entertaining your friend from out of town, so you had to kind of go back and check in. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what we talked about the entire time. I think it was only a 10-minute conversation, if that, like tops 10.
And I don't even remember buying you a drink or anything.
No,
It
I
was
didn't
very
want
short.
any drink that day at all, which is shocking being in the
And
bar.
you did punch your phone number digits into my phone because you liked my phone. It was the first. So this is something that needs a mention for sure. This was the first generation iPhone,
Yeah.
and me being this geeky person, I do love gadgets, and I got the first. I got the first iPhone and
Yeah.
sort of jailbroke it and all that
Yeah, and
stuff.
I was just working in retail, and I was didn't know much technology. I think at that time I was carrying a Razor phone, the flip phone.
Oh, the Motorola one.
The Motorola
which
flip,
I also
which I
owned
thought was cool.
prior to.
And he come walking over and was like, obviously we're talking, and he wanted my number, and I don't ever give anybody my number, and if I do, I give it all correct except one digit I give wrong. His, I did punch in my correct phone number, so I think right away there was obviously some chemistry, but I think we meshed pretty well in the first only 10 minutes talking. Yeah. But we just talked about very quickly, I think, where we were from or what we did.
Yeah.
And
but wait, I told you a story, remember?
Yeah, you told me a story about it's a long story. So it was a little story about a pet squirrel that he had as a child.
Uh-huh.
That pretty much sealed the deal that I was gonna go out with this guy. So it was just a matter of him asking me, because I don't even think you asked me right then and there to go out, did you?
I think the way we struck the conversation was you asked me if I like dogs, and I said, of course. I love dogs, and I grew up with dogs in the house. You had dogs at the time, and then so I told you the story about the squirrel, right? Which was a pet that I had. We had tamed a squirrel, and
so that story about this Gilu, the squirrel, we will have to tell you at a later date, because it's actually really cute. I feel like we should make that into a book for kids.
Well, there already is a book about squirrel named Gilu, and I picked up the name from that book.
So I think, because I think I asked about if he liked dogs, because I had 2 dogs. They were which we still have. Zorn, Selfie passed away a few years ago, but they were my babies, so they were my kids, and you needed to be a dog person to definitely even remotely think that we could go out.
Right.
So I guess I did ask you that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we did. I think we maybe left it more casual, like maybe tomorrow, or get together, go on a date. But I don't know that we set it in stone.
Yeah.
I think I had texted him that night briefly, or vice versa. We just kind of touched base. I don't know. Probably to make sure the phone numbers are correct, because I did have his number.
Right.
You must have texted it to me. So then I work retail at the time, so I was working crazy kind of hours, day, night shift, whatever. And Memorial Day was a holiday for us, and I did have to work, but the malls closed at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. So we set up to go on our first date, which was very casual because I didn't want to go out and do anything.
Yep.
I just wanted to be mellow and chill and actually get to know him a little better. So what did we do?
I think we ended up meeting in my place, and I ordered pizza, and we drank some wine. What's interesting is that we exchanged texts where I said, hey, there are many options, but one of them is that we could just kind of chill at my place, and but my concern was she going to agree to that or not? And we kind of had this conversation where she asked me if I was a serial killer. And I was like, well, I'm not going to tell you if I am, but we can find out.
Yeah, I know I definitely would have said that, because I would never have gone on a date to someone's house if I only met them brief for 10 minutes. But I felt really comfortable, and I trusted him from the get-go. Like I said, there was a lot of chemistry, but there was a lot of I think calming aspect. He calms me in ways, and I knew that he
Oh,
was
really?
safe. Because I'm one that is not always calm. A lot of you know that. But he's the calming force of the two. But anyhow, yeah, we ended up, I went over to his place. I think I was all gung-ho, and then I literally think I almost backed out right before because I was scared to go to his place. So technically I did live, and he didn't kill me when I got there. So we stayed up for really late. I think our date was like till midnight because we were talking all night, and or evening, whatever. And that's literally what we did, was drank wine and just...
I had a few movies rolling, as I said,
Yeah.
and then
I don't know that we paid attention.
we kind of fell out of watching those, and we were just enjoying the conversations, and
Yeah, because the conversation...
it was a
didn't-
fun evening.
Yeah, it didn't... There was no lulls, you know what I mean? It was very relaxed and
And
very...
thankfully, it didn't turn into a drunken evening with too much wine.
No, it was
Good amount of wine and
I think the balance out of
talking
the talking and wine. But I had not had such great conversation. It was a great first date, I thought.
Yeah.
And then we
Very
did
nice.
slowly started going out. I think the next time, because it wasn't such a crazy time for me,
Right.
we did go out
Yeah.
quite a few times, obviously. And then we've been together ever since, in all reality.
Yeah.
We started
It's
that
been a
dating
while.
on that
What is
Monday.
it? 13 plus years now.
Yeah, we've been married for...
Wait,
11.
13 plus years, yeah. And yes, married for 11.
Yeah, almost 12. I think our story was maybe not anything all crazy spectacular for anybody else, but obviously for us it was. If it now has been us getting engaged, married, 2 kids, 2 dogs, how many times we've moved out there. But I think we have a lot to share with the blending of our cultures, because I knew nothing about the Indian culture until we met. I mean, I knew basic things, but I wasn't exposed to anything pretty much ethnic in any way when I was growing up. It was a very white, small town, which I wouldn't change for the life of me, but my parents brought me up accepting everybody's cultures, colors, ethnicities, beliefs, religions, everything. So my parents were pretty open-minded, so I think it helped me getting to know him as well, because I was very intrigued of everything, and I pretty much adapted to all of the Indian and Punjabi ways and things from your parents and all. So we want to instill that in our kids.
Yeah.
And I think they're pretty great knowing the mixing of the two. So.
And I do echo that as well, whatever Tara said.
But anyhow, that's pretty much us in a nutshell, and our first date or so. And a little bit more about us. I think we have, maybe when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can share with you some of our wedding video and where we got married, all that, because I think that's
the venue
better part.
and pictures and maybe a video.
Yeah.
Sure.
Make sure you say
Well,
what
I enjoyed talking about how we met. It does bring back some crazy memories and amazing ones. To me, it's almost like it was still, just last year or something when we met. It's granted, it's been 13 plus years, but it doesn't feel that long. I mean, I think partly because when you have kids, that time just flies.
Right.
And that's probably something that everybody who has kids will experience.
And there, I had told my daughter we were doing this video, and she was saying that was cringy. That we should. I don't want to know. She said cringy is the word.
These kids.
And she's like, no,
Gen Z,
why? I
they
don't want
have-
to know this.
Gen Z has their terminology, right? So.
But I think later on in life, when they're older, I think this would be something cute for them to look back on when we're like grandparents. We would appreciate if you would like and subscribe to our channel and share this channel with all your friends. And please leave comments below of questions and things you might want us to talk about or
right.
do a video on.
Let us know what you would like for us to address.
And by the way, doesn't he look nice in this color blue? I think so.
All right,
I like
thank
this
you.
shirt. I wanted to just say I love my shirt today. My mother-in-law had got this made for me. So I was kind of excited to just wear it in the video.
Thankfully, nobody can see my. Hopefully, nobody can see my sweat lines because I am sweating out here.
It is
like
hot,
a
but it's so
beast.
pretty out. But we did get to enjoy our backyard today, so that's what we were really excited about.
Yep.
So, but thanks so much for tuning in and sitting through the video of how we met. And be sure to like and subscribe and to share our channel. Thank you.
Thank you.